Hello, it's Stuart Fensterheim, the couples expert. Here's another edition of 3 Minutes with Stuart. School's right around the corner, and with that comes that dreaded fear for most parents, which is dealing with homework. The issue, as I see it, is really about whether or not the most important component of school is making sure the kids get their homework done, or is it that school's a positive experience for the family and the child? One of the struggles that I had with my children had to do with regards of trying to balance between the relationship that I have with my kids and the expectations of making sure that the kids do their responsibilities. With homework, it typically can turn into this screaming and temper tantrums and having you and the child both feel bad about how it went. It's clear from this that we need to set up some sort of program to minimize this negative impact on the relationship between the parent and the child. The first thing I think you need, more than anything, is a plan. And you and your partner have to get together and come up with a plan on how you're going to deal with these homework challenges this school year. The question to ask yourself is, are there battles most nights? And why? The reason for this, I think, is not surprising, because who wants to do something that isn't particularly exciting or pleasant? The truth is, most parents and children get caught up in this power struggle of the homework. We want our children to do well, but do we take more responsibility for their choices and not make them accountable? Many parents are in the habit of lecturing, nagging, even threatening to have the child to do their work. This leads us as parents to be much more anxious than we have to be. What we need to do is recognize whose responsibility is this. It's the child's. If the child doesn't live up to their commitment to the school, why not let the school handle that? Why get into this pushback to where the child and you are really caught up into this? This is what I recommend. I recommend setting a specific time aside that is for school commitments and school responsibilities. This could be a 2-hour time slot, and you can pick whenever that is. And what happens during this time period is nothing but school and education. That doesn't have to be doing homework. It could be going online and doing some research for you as a parent, asking your child to do a research project. It could be reading a book. It could be doing homework, and that should be left to the child to make that choice. If they choose not to do that homework, don't be upset with them. Expect that when they get to school, they will have a consequence for that, and the school should be the one that handles that. You want to enlist your teacher so they know what's happening. The idea here is the commitment at home is living up to the education responsibilities. For those 2-hour periods, what has to happen is homework, reading, no electronics, no friends, no after-school activities, but the time that you select is just for education. Your job as a parent isn't to assure that they do their homework. Your job is that they live up to their commitments to school, to themselves, and to the family. Their job as a child is to be the best student they can be and the best family member they can be. Commitments that we make and promises that we make in our life are important. Any consequence that might happen at home is not about doing their homework. It's about not standing tall and living up to your commitments that you make to one another, to the school, to the teacher, to our world. If you do that, the children will become responsible citizens, but we can't force that. All we can do as parents is be a great role model to where we live up to our commitments. If we do that, the children more likely will live up to theirs. Take care and stay connected. Bye-bye.